Thank you very much for that Village Well anthem. I hope you enjoyed bopping along to the music. Alrighty. Wait, no. This is the priestess's place.
That's quite an impressive bow you have there. Just like Diana's. A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
Can I ask you some questions about escaping the underworld?
I beg your pardon?
Livia was right. We're in the underworld.
Oh my. That is quite a lot to take in. You'll have to give me a moment. Let's see. If that is indeed the case, I suppose we'd better figure out what to do about it, hadn't we? We don't have much to go on, except the old stories. I remember 4 in particular about heroes in the underworld. Hercules, the demigod and son of Jupiter. Orpheus, a Thracian poet. Sisyphus, a king of Ephyra. And Aeneas, a Trojan hero. Hercules was able to leave the underworld because he cowed its god with his strength. Sisyphus and Orpheus both relied on their wits instead. They persuaded the goddess of the underworld, Proserpina, to help them escape. And finally, Aeneas was able to escape with the help of a spirit guide, who led him through a secret gate. So it seems you have 2 options: to confront the god of the underworld head-on, or find a way to escape with the help of Proserpina or some other guide.
Let's see here. I feel like talking to Proserpina just ends up with us going up through the cistern, but let's do a reminder here.
As I mentioned, both Orpheus and Sisyphus were said to have persuaded Proserpina to help them escape, and Aeneas was guided to the exit. The problem is, those are the stories of a poet, a self-aggrandizing king, and a brawler about their own heroic deeds, so they should be taken with a grain of salt. First, Proserpina. What we do know about her is, well, it's a grim tale. It's said the god of the underworld abducted and dragged her here against her will, forcing her into marriage.
So she might be willing to work against him to help us.
If the stories are true, then I suppose so. The problem is, how do we communicate with her without being noticed by her captor? Leaving that aside for a moment, there is also the possibility of a spirit guide. I don't suppose you've come across one of those in your travels?
I hear female statues whispering to me every now and then.
Truly? And you're only bringing this up now? Then again, I suppose you were worried I'd think you were as mad as Navia. Can you tell me more? Is it the same voice? What kinds of thing does it say?
It's always the same voice, and she's helpful, if a little cryptic.
Fascinating. Perhaps she's a benevolent spirit. Or perhaps... Perhaps you're hearing the voice of Proserpina herself. If she has indeed been abducted, it would make sense for her to speak in cryptic whispers to avoid detection. Tell me, has she told you anything that might lead you to the way out?
Perhaps. She has said, wade against the current, and her tears run through the city.
That is strange. There are no rivers here. Let me think on that.
Perhaps I need to get into the upper cistern, which we've tried before. So this time I want to try... I was really hoping you could tell me what it meant.
Well, as far as I can tell, water flows into the city from an aqueduct into one of 2 cisterns, the upper cistern. If that's the current she's talking about, then perhaps you need to get into the upper cistern somehow. I vaguely recall wondering what was in there, but the door at the back of the great temple is locked up tight. You might be able to get a key from the magistrate, but if that doesn't work, perhaps you can find another way in. Let me know if you find anything in there.
And we have. We have already taken that path.
May Fortuna guide you, although you may not need her with Proserpina on your side.
So now I need to get back into the manor. Yes, that is the Vestal Priestess who Galerius wants to give the flower to. Welcome back, Purple Kara. It is lovely to have you back in the village. How we doing?
That's quite an impressive bow you have there.
Reminds you of Curie? Yes. That is a great comparison. I love that. Okay, we gotta go up here. Yes, Equitia already said that.
Be careful who you trust.
Yes, thank you, Yulia. I appreciate that. Okay, where is... There is a rope that leads us directly into the villa here. And I don't remember where it is. Or where it attaches. I guess it's not up here. I thought it was up here. I'll go over here. Fuck work, I don't want to play. Don't want to do it. Only play Elden Ring. Only Elden Ring, no work. Alright, where the heck? I know you do. Doing more Bioshock? Alrighty, Psychotic Deer. Enjoy. Hope you have a great time with it. I could have sworn that there was a rope that led into the manor house. Stardew and Spiritfarer for you. Am I just being an absolute doofus? I could have sworn that there was a way into the manor house that didn't involve jumping off the parapet.
I hope you're coping.
Maybe I'm thinking about the way into the shrine. I don't know. I don't know. I could have sworn there was another way into the manor, though. There is! Isn't that the manor, or is that the shrine? No, that's the shrine. That's the Vestal Priestess place. How do I get into the... Ah. There's a way to, like, climb up the... Oh, it's over here. It's at the front... Jeez. It's at the front of the heckin' villa. Brain. There's a place that I can go... It's the front. Doofus. It's the front of the building. No brain space. No brain space. Alright.
And now, I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens. And now, I make this.
All right. So this is
Brain.
going to be another... Exactly. This is going to be another very difficult conversation tree here. So we're going to drop a save point again. And talk to Claudia.
You're not supposed to be in here.
Can we talk?
Talk? What business could you possibly have with me?
Why are you in this locked room?
My marital affairs are no concern of yours. Thank you very much.
Do you know anything about Scintilla's disappearance?
The dangerous thing from next door. Of course not. As much as I despise her father, I would never lay a finger on that poor, sweet child.
I think you're hiding something.
Well, I've had quite enough of this.
Domitius, come quickly. We're being robbed.
Alright, that's the path that got us to that. Not that Domitius ever shows up, but... I'm wondering if there's something else we need to do to trigger that conversation. I may end up having to look up the details on this conversation, because otherwise we are just going to go round and round with this. Thank you, Kara.
I'm not
Just go in
supposed
the
to be in
front.
here.
Can we talk?
Talk? What business could you possibly have with me? The dainty little thing from next door? Of course not. As much as I despise her father, I would never lay a finger on that poor, sweet child.
Fair enough. Why are you locked in this
My marital
room?
affairs are no concern of yours. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Magic Sheep. What's your story?
I think a better question is, why am I being interrogated by a stranger who just barged into my villa? I have quite enough marriage trouble already, without having to explain to my husband why I'm receiving strange men in private.
All 9 worlds, all 9 endings? Yes, exactly. Alright.
Finally. This is outrageous.
We're gonna try talking to Malleolus first. And then come back and see if that allows us to have more dialogue options with her.
Did you just scale the wall to my villa somehow? I must remember to have words with that buffoon Domitius. Well,
How
why
does he
have you
know
risked
that?
life and
He's not
limb to
even
see
looking
me?
at the front of his villa. Alright, so I want you to withdraw from the election.
Are you insane? You barge into my villa uninvited and then make outrageous demands? Why would I withdraw from an election I'm bound to win?
Because as soon as you win, you're going to break the golden rule. Because if you don't, I'm going to kill you. No, never mind. As soon as you win, you're going to break the golden rule. He doesn't believe in the golden rule, but it's as good a option as any.
Don't talk nonsense. There's no such thing as the golden rule.
You're going to arrest Sentius for treason and sentence him to death by gladiatorial combat.
How could you possibly know that?
None of your business, because I know the future. Domitius told me, or I know all your secrets. None of your
I
business.
don't know how you know about my plans, but I'm absolutely sure Sentius is involved somehow. And now, I'm going to enjoy watching Domitius kill him even more. Now, get out of here. You outstayed your very limited welcome.
I would like to talk to you again, sir.
Get out of my villa before I have Domitius throw you out.
No. I will load the game again. Yes, because I know the future. Reminds me of the soothsayers of Vulcan from Doctor Who. Ha! I will load the game again. I have control!
Scale the wall to my villa somehow. I must remember to have words with that buffoon Domitius. Well, why have you risked life and limb to see me?
So, you're Quinticus.
My name is Marcus Malleolus Gurgis. You seem to have confused me with someone else.
You have one green eye and one blue eye, just like the depiction from this execution order from Emperor Nero.
You mean my heterochromia? I am guilty of nothing more than having different colored eyes. And I'm hardly the only person with the condition. Alexander the Great had it too, as it happens.
He has very intense
I
eyebrows.
like to think it is simply the way the gods have chosen to mark a natural-born ruler. Nothing more.
My mistake. Never
That's
mind.
quite all right. We all make mistakes.
I'll be going
I
now.
trust you can see yourself out. Through the door this time. There's a key just beside it.
Oh, he even tells us where the manor key is. That's fabulous. Fabulous. Alright, let's go talk to his wife again now. Somewhere. Is she on the opposite side of the house? Yes. Yeah, I know all about the key, thanks.
Why are you still here?
How would you like to help me getting back at Malleolus?
An intriguing proposition.
There it is.
Go on.
I had to talk to Malleolus first. I don't think Malleolus is who he says he is.
Perhaps you're not as silly as those clothes make you look. What makes you say that?
Just a hunch. I was hoping we could figure out his true identity together.
You know, I may have the very thing you're looking for. Some time ago, when he still cared for me, he wrote me a love letter. Only, he used the wrong name. Now, addressing one's wife by the wrong name is not unheard of among philandering Romans. But in this case, the name he got wrong was his own. I confronted him about it, and he stammered through some incoherent response. I let it go, eventually, and yet questions have lingered in the back of my mind ever since. But wait a minute. Why exactly are you helping me?
I want to force him to withdraw from the election. I just hate to see a beautiful woman treated so poorly. I'd rather not say. I want to force him to withdraw from the election. I don't know that she's really gonna take kindly to any of these options, but we'll try them.
To withdraw? Listen, I may not be Penelope to his Ulysses, but to ruin his plans to become a magistrate? You must think me quite mad. I've heard enough. Get out of here at once.
Domitius, come quickly. We're being robbed.
All right, try again. I tried honesty. She didn't appreciate it. It's not my fault.
Through the door this time. There's a key just beside it.
All right. I'm not gonna go there, but thank you. No, we had a quick save right after talking with Malleolus. So. Oh man.
Why are you still here?
I have the door in the way. All right, help me get back to Balneolis.
An intriguing proposition. Go on.
I don't think he is who he says he is.
Perhaps you're not as silly as those clothes make you look. What makes you say that?
Just a hunch.
You know, I may have the very thing you're looking for. Some time ago, when he still cared for me, he wrote me a love letter. Only, he used the wrong name. Now, addressing one's wife by the wrong name is not unheard of among philandering Romans. But in this case, the name he got wrong was his own. I confronted him about it, and he stammered through some incoherent response. I let it go, eventually, and yet questions have lingered in the back of my mind ever since. But wait a minute. Why exactly are you helping me?
I'd rather not say.
Look, if you're not prepared to reveal your motives, I can't help you.
Alright. We're forced into this option, I guess. I just hate to see such a beautiful woman treated so poorly.
Oh, aren't you charming? I'm quite sure my husband would see the impotent rage if he overheard you say that. I love it. It seems our interests are aligned. I imagine knowing his true identity will give me the leverage I need to manage him appropriately. But first, I need you to do something for me.
What do you want?
I want you to bring me some wine. Just one small urn should do it. Oh, don't look at me like that. I know this must be hard for you to wrap your sweet little pleb head around. So what do you need me to spell out?
Why do you want wine? Why can't you get it yourself? Actually, I don't have any questions. Yeah, compliments work here, which is particularly funny because when we ran into, what's her name? Aurelia, who is the tavern keeper, we had to explicitly not compliment her in order to be able to have any kind of conversation with her. So we had one NPC who wanted 0 flattery, and this NPC is apparently the one where you have to ask her questions and flatter her.
Let me tell you something about Malleolus. He talks a lot about freedom, but what he doesn't tell you is that he means freedom for men. After all I've done for him, counseling him through his entire election campaign, and he had the audacity to lock me in here. He said it was for my own good, and that my drinking was unbecoming of a lady, let alone the wife of a magistrate. I'll show him unbecoming. Tonight, at his victory party, I'm going to get good and merry, and if he tries to discipline me again, I'll threaten to expose his true identity in front of everyone. I am so looking forward to it.
All right.
So, you'll help me?
I have some wine right here.
Thank you. Here's the letter.
Quincius to beloved Claudia. For a time I despaired at the thought of being trapped here for the rest of my life, but then I met you and discovered that as long as I am with you, I am exactly where I should be. Mere words cannot express my affection for you, and so I will perform a grand gesture in your honor. I will become the city's magistrate, so that I may govern with wisdom and strength, with you by my side.
Now, perhaps you can tell me who Quinctius really is.
So, that's kind of interesting. The two of them actually met after coming here to this ruin. So, that's very fascinating to me. According to this bounty letter from Emperor Nero, he's the person who started the fires in Rome last year.
What? He's... Oh no. That's... quite a lot more serious than I imagined. I only wanted some leverage over him, not to destroy him. Give me that immediately. Nobody else must know.
I think I'll hang on to it. Sure, you can have this one. I can always get another copy. Sure, you can have it. Nobody else will ever know. Lie. Sure, you can have this one. I can always get another copy.
Another copy? No, 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 no! This can't be happening. What? No. You tricked me, you mendacious little stirkers.
I didn't lie to you. Or I'll be going now. I didn't lie to you.
It was a lie of a mission. You were planning this all along and you deliberately concealed it. May Jupiter cut you down.
I'll be going now.
I curse you. I curse your life and mind and memory. May you be unable to walk or eat or drink. May this drag you to the depths.
Oh, don't worry, he will.
Before I have Domitius throw you out.
Don't worry about it. He's fine. It's interesting, though, that she gets so angry about what she discovers. With how angry she was with her husband. That's the final straw for her. Like, she's going to hate us regardless, it seems.
You again. What is it now?
I want you to withdraw from the election.
Are you insane? You barge into my villa, uninvited, and then make outrageous demands? Why would I withdraw from an election I'm bound to win?
Because I know you're Quintius. Your wife gave me your love letter, and Nero wants you dead.
So, it finally caught up with me. I suppose that makes you... what? One of Nero's assassins?
No, I'm not, fortunately for you.
So, you're not going to kill me?
Not if you withdraw from the election immediately and release everyone in debt bondage to you. Or not if you withdraw from the election immediately. We've already paid off his debtors. So, I think that is not going to be a useful... Like, it's not pertinent at this point, but it's nice to know that we have this option. In case we can't get the denarii to actually release them from bondage. So... We've already given, the coin. I think this go around. We can double check, but I think we've already given the coin.
Oh, so much work and money. Oh, well, if I do it, you'll let me live?
I will.
Fine. Ruling this cesspit of a city would have been beneath me anyway. I'll have Domitius notify the priestess of my withdrawal and release those two from debt bondage. There, you got what you wanted. Now, please, leave my villa and never speak to me again.
That's the plan. Alright, what do we have left here? Okay, so now we need to go to Galerius.
Domitius, are you listening?
Yes, sir.
I've made a decision to release Julia and Ulpius and withdraw from the election. I want you to go and inform Equitia.
Sir? Are you under duress, sir?
I just had a change of heart.
But you were on track to be magistrate, sir. All that work, all that money,
All that threatening you did. Alright, where's Ulpius? Because he's not up on the bluff anymore. So I gotta find him now, figure out where he went. Also, for anybody who's playing Stream Raiders with us, there is a poll in the chat. Please make sure you can vote. Where is he? Now he's going that way. Ulpius. Ulpius.
Shalom.
Can we talk about Scintilla?
Scintilla and I were in love. And then, 22 days ago, she went missing.
Why don't you start from the beginning?
All right. One night a few months ago, when I was cleaning Malleolus's villa, I heard a young woman singing. It was the most beautiful thing I had ever heard. I wasn't allowed out, so once everyone else was asleep, I climbed up the inside of the villa and onto the roof, just to see where that sound was coming from. And that's when I saw her. Standing in the garden of the magistrate's villa, I just sat there on the roof, listening to her with my chin on my knees. And for the first time in a long time, I felt hopeful. And then she looked up and saw me, and she smiled. I knew at that moment the fates had brought me to her, and from the moment she asked my name with this warmth and curiosity, I knew I'd have done anything for her. And so for weeks on end, each night I'd climb out of the villa and into her father's garden. We'd hold hands and talk about all the things we'd do once we got out of here. Like having our own vineyard. And then one morning I woke up and everyone was out searching for her. They said she'd vanished in the night. All I could do was keep my head down and try to hide how beside myself I was.
Is it possible she escaped somehow?
All I know is she loved me. And if she had known a way out, she would have told me. She'd never have taken her own life. And there's no way anybody could have killed her under the Golden Rule. I can't prove it, but I just know she's still alive somehow. Even now, it's as if I can hear her voice in my head, crying out to me. That can only mean one thing. Somebody abducted her. I have no idea how, or who would want to do something like that to such a sweet, lovely girl. But what else could have happened?
Any ideas who might have taken her?
My guess? Malleolus had something to do with it. He is without doubt the most evil man I have ever known. I have no idea where he'd be keeping her, but there is one room in his villa, upstairs, which is always locked. I've never seen the inside of it, and I haven't been able to steal a key without breaking the Golden Rule. But I have a feeling that if you could get in there somehow, it would shed light on a great many things.
I've already tried that. There's no sign of Scintilla there.
Really? I was sure he was hiding something in there. I feel like I've looked everywhere. At least everywhere I could get to. There are still two places I've never been able to reach. First, the palace. If Navia managed to get in, then I suppose Scintilla could have too. The only other place she could be is somewhere in the cistern network. I remember hearing that Dooley had been poking around in the upper cistern before he was locked up. So you could ask him about it, I suppose.
Oh, right, because we loaded a save. I'll see what I can do. What's your story?
You mean where am I from and all that? Judea, originally. But when I was a child, I moved to Rome with my family, Romanized my name and spent most of my life in the Jewish district of Trans-Tiberim, across the Tiber from the main city. That's where I was when the fires broke out. Everyone was running toward the river and I, listening to my inner contrarian, ran the other way. Every road leading out of Rome was in chaos, full of people with all their belongings in carts and brigands preying on them. Several hours down the Appian Way, I saw another Jewish family being attacked by 3 opportunists. So I picked up a branch from the side of the road and went to defend them. I can only assume they got the better of me because the next thing I knew, I was waking up in a forest, by a river not far from here, with no memory of how I got there. It's strange though, because I still had my purse on me. Why would a robber knock me unconscious and throw me in a river, but not take my coins?
Good on you for risking your life to help others.
A lot of good it did me. And that family. I sometimes wonder what happened to them.
Who are you going to vote for?
Sentius, I suppose. I'd have to be insane to vote for Malleolus after what he did to me.
Fair enough. Alright, we haven't talked
friend.
to Galerius yet.
Thanks for the chat.
We need to let him know that he can run now. Why is that still active if I've completed everything? I'm not sure where Galerius is this time of day. Let's see if we can grab that flower for him again. Nope, too far. Too far. I'm gonna try this no more than 5 times. That was 1. We've given it to him once. We know that he's gonna go try to tell the Vestal Priestess that he admires her. One. 2. Nah. All right, there's 2. There's 3. Ah, no, God. Ah, that was so close. So close. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Ugh. I'm so annoyed. Alright, that was 3. 2 more. Ugh. 2 more, and then I'm leaving it. I also don't know what to do with the goose eggs. I'm wondering... Because remember there was the batch of goose eggs in the farm? Ah, no! Are you... Why? It's worse like bouncing off the top of it. Alright, one more time. One more time and then we're leaving it. We're going to find Galerius. Do 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 do. Nope. Even worse. Alright. There it is. I know. I know he watches through their eyes. Alright, where is Galerius now? Is he in the garden? He might be in the little farm place. Hello, Obvious. I talked to you already. No? I don't know where to find him. It's telling me that I can shoot these, so I'm wondering if it's something that I should do. Okay, but if I pick them up, I made them golden, but if I pick them up, alright. If I pick them up, they're like normal eggs. They don't become golden eggs, they're just normal eggs. Alright, let's go see if we can find Galerius somewhere. I don't know where to find him at this time of day. We might be able to change some people's votes. He looks busy. He looks busy doing what? Oh, yelling at Virgil, of course.
For the last time, Dacius,
Greetings
I'm
and
not making
salutations.
you a bow.
Greetings. I'm Georgius.
You know
It gladdens
why.
me to see another foreigner in our midst. We must stick together,
There are
you
no
and
other
I.
weapons in the city.
My
We
friend,
always
your
went on
words
with the
intrigue me more and
magistrate's
more.
weapons ban,
But yes,
so it
very
wouldn't
well.
be an
Ask me what
issue.
you will.
Who are you going to vote
Sendius,
for?
I suppose. I wouldn't say I hold him in the highest esteem, but he has managed to keep order so far.
Let's talk
But of
about something
course.
else.
I
Alright.
hope that our
I
paths
can't
cross
talk to
again soon.
anybody about who they're voting for until I get Galerius listed to vote, I guess. So we just have to go find him, and I don't know where to find him at this point. Maybe we can try... I know you need my help. Maybe we can try over in the taverna? Maybe? Maybe that would work? Which is not the right here.
Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come.
I figured it out. I know where we are.
Say it. Speak its name.
The underworld.
Then it is true. I was right.
You were?
I thought I saw it, but when the rest of them could not, I kept thinking I must have gone insane. I had to tell myself it was true over and over again, until I wasn't sure if I was deceiving myself. I must apologize if my words seem cryptic. I'd found comfort in reciting the Metamorphoses by our great poet Ovid. He gives such an uncanny description of this place. I cannot help but wonder if he himself came here. Would you like to hear it?
I just realized I have to be somewhere.
I understand. Such things are not for everyone. But I thank you nonetheless. And now we share a secret. It's as if you've lifted a great burden from my shoulders. Thank you, friend. I think I should rest.
Yes. Go find some rest. Alright. It occurs to me that Galerius might be over where Dooley is, because he does go and see him in the prison cell. So that might be a way to find him, is to go over to the prison cell and see if he's over there. I know it's all up to me. Stop with the guilt trips. Hey, look, he is here. Excellent.
Salve again, friend. I went and did as you asked, and it worked. How is it possible that you've just arrived here and you already know everyone and exactly what's about to happen to them?
I'm reliving the same day over and over again.
You're toying with me, right? Wait, you're not kidding, are you? That's the only way you could have known. You're a bit like... Oh, what was his name? Sisyphus. Yeah, that's the one. Old King Sisyphus.
Like Sisyphus. How so?
Sisyphus was a Greek king a long time ago. For daring to think he could outsmart the gods, he was given a terrible punishment. He was forced to push a great boulder up to the top of a hill. Only, just as it reached the top, it would roll all the way back down to the bottom, forcing him to start over and over and over again, for all eternity. Just like you. Actually, now that I think about it, there are a bunch of old stories about the gods punishing people by making them do the same futile task over and over. Tantalus was made to grasp at fruit on a tree he could never quite reach.
Ooh.
The Pleiades had to keep fetching water in a sieve. Oh, and Ixion was strapped to a wheel going round and round forever. But, on the bright side, at least you're not stuck in the underworld like they all were.
Go on.
Anyway, I don't know which god you managed to upset to get yourself into this position, friend, but you seem all right to me. So, I'll tell you what. I'll keep doing whatever I can to help you. And you just focus on finding a way to break the cycle you're in.
Thanks, Galerius.
Anytime, friend. Now, I'm going to keep your secret. Although, it's not as if I'll remember this next time we talk anyway, right? Oh, and if our conversations ever start to annoy you, just tell me you're busy. I know when I'm not wanted. May fortune smile on you, friend.
No, I needed to talk to you.
I saw you slide down that rope before. Very impressive. And strange, too, since that device you used is exactly the same as one I've been working on for weeks. Oh, of course! It's because I already gave it to you in a previous time loop, isn't it? Anyway, I'm sorry to ask, but is there any chance you'd be willing to do me a favor?
Sure.
Well, I've been trying to get this rare flower from the rock spire in the middle of the lake. It's too steep to climb, so I hung a rope over the lake and made this pulley device, only I, couldn't quite summon the nerve to use it. Do you think you could use the device again and try to get that flower for me?
I already have an identical flower.
Really? You already have it? I picked it up in a previous loop, I suppose. It's gonna take me a while to get my head around that. This is going to make her so happy. Equitia, I mean. Now I just have to figure out how to give it to her. What I really want to do is walk up to her, give her the flower, and confess I've been madly in love with her since the moment we met. But on the other hand, I can't shake the feeling that the consequences could be terrible.
What's the worst that could happen?
Aside from her execution? You see, Equitia is a Vestal priestess, meaning she's taken a vow of chastity, the breaking of which would be an extremely serious affront to the gods and a capital offense. Even if she was just suspected of being unchaste, it could lead to her execution. Unchaste Vestals get buried alive. Oh, and I'd get flogged to death for good measure. But at the same time, she's just so kind and graceful, and I feel so much love for her that if I don't tell her, it'll burn a hole in my chest. I don't know what to do. What do you think? What would you do?
Isn't the great temple majestic?
If you really love her, you need to get over her. I also love that she just walked by. That was the voice you just heard.
I've told myself that 100 times, but I just can't stop thinking about her. But you're right. I just hope I have the strength.
Have you ever thought about running for magistrate yourself?
I've bounced the idea around once or twice, mainly as a way of getting Dooley set free. God knows Sentius is never going to do it. But from what I hear, Malleolus has the election stitched up. Nobody's going to take him on and win. And maybe that's not such a bad thing. I mean, he talks a lot about freedom, so I'm hoping if he's elected, he'll release Dooley from his cell. And that's good enough for me.
Malleolus withdrew from the election.
He did? Oh, that was unexpected. I wonder what could have possessed him to do that. Well, I guess it's time for me to step up then. I'll let Equitia know I'll be running.
Alrighty, I'll be going now.
All right, friend. Hope you find a way to break that cycle you're in.
Alrighty. So...
Arve again. Did you find what you need?
Alright, we've already done... We've done all of this already.
See you again soon, I hope.
Yes, I finally got, I was gonna see. There was a question there about the election.
Did you find what you need?
What's the status of the election?
It must be completed by dusk, just the same as any other official business. It'll be between Sentius, the incumbent, and Galerius, the challenger. Why do you ask?
Who's allowed to vote?
All of the male citizens who are willing and able to attend, unless they're running, of course.
Can I vote then?
Well, you're not a citizen yet, so no, I'm afraid not. But if it's any consolation, there are other ways to influence the outcome of an election.
Such as?
By using whatever gifts the gods gave you. Nothing untoward, of course.
Let's talk about something else. I should be going now.
See you again soon, I hope.
We got Malleolus to step down by finally talking to his wife, which meant that we had to talk to Malleolus first, then talk to his wife, go through the right dialogue pattern, and then go back to Malleolus. So, it worked. We got it.
I wonder how much one of these statues is worth on the outside. Hello there, friend. May I say, that is a glorious bow you're carrying. Do you mind if I ask where you acquired it?
I took it from the Shrine of Diana, only to discover you'd locked me inside with angry hornets. I managed to escape after a harrowing ordeal in the palace. Traveled back in time, and here I am. You'd never believe me if I told you.
Well, I'll take your word for it. But perhaps you'd be interested in selling it to me. I mean,
Nah.
It's not as if you have any use for it down here.
It's not for sale.
Oh well, let me know if you change your mind. But for now, can I help you with something?
Who are you going to vote for?
Sentius, I suppose. Stability is always good for business.
I'd like you to vote for Galerius.
Yeah? And what's he going to do for me? He's nothing.
Would a gift change your mind?
Certainly. For a few thousand denarii.
Fine. Here's 3,000 denarii.
Pleasure doing business. Can I help you with anything else?
I'll be going
Very
now.
well. Another time.
Since where's my, there we go. Yeah, 9,000 denarii. I can spare some denarii to just pay him off. That's easy enough. Alright, let's go talk to Georgius and Virgil.
Greetings and salutation. Hello again, my sartorial friend. What is on your mind?
Who are you going to vote for?
Galerius. Did you know he saved the life of my young friend Fabia? The man is a hero.
Perfect.
But of course, I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
Alright, so then we should be able to go talk to Virgil. I bet Virgil has a similar opinion already. Because he helped.
Ah, a new face. Salve, and welcome to a little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil. I hear we have you to thank for saving Julia's life. I'm glad you arrived when you did.
Who are you going to vote for?
Galerius, definitely. He put an end to the notes and graffiti I've been receiving.
Alright,
All right.
perfect.
Nice to talk to you.
Now we need to go talk to... the Gladiator, and we need to talk to Rufius. I have no idea how to find Rufius at this point in the day. I don't know where he goes. We might try the tavern? maybe? And I know Ulpius is... Ulpius is usually like walking around. So Rufius and Ulpius. And Domitius. Let's talk to Domitius here.
Oi! How did you get in there, you cheat? What now?
Who are you going to vote for?
I'm not going.
Alright.
Whatever. Just remember, I'll be watching.
Who else? Who else do we have that we can talk to? Horatius is probably going to vote for the magistrate no matter what. Because he's beholden to him. Yes. The random Cockney accent. I love that Virgil has a German accent as well, which I find particularly amusing.